Mobile massage is on the rise. But why? First, let's define mobile massage. Mobile massage is a professional massage therapist that travels to the client, usually to their home or their office, to offer their service. Now, why is it on the rise? One reason is COVID. Before COVID, we had the culture of in-person events, people leaving their homes and going out to socially be with each other out in public. This included all sorts of things, including wellness and all sorts of therapies. So massage fell into this. It was very common for someone to go to a studio or go to a spa or a clinic to receive a massage. It still is, but it was the way back then. Mobile massage, when people came to your home, was relegated to the few who, maybe you want to put a stereotype on this, like maybe the rich could afford it or different things like that. That's not the way it is anymore. In this age of Amazon Prime, everything is brought to you. People have chosen that they would prefer to be home and have things received than going out and purchasing them. People don't want to go to malls anymore. They would rather just order online. And really, they don't want to go to restaurants anymore. They would rather have the food brought to them, and it works the same with massage. This is a key component of why mobile massage is on the rise. What are the benefits of going to someone's home? One, they don't have to travel. They don't have to leave an hour early. They don't have to worry about parking. They don't have to worry about anything. What they have to do is they have to take off their clothes and put on a robe and open the front door and say, please come in, we'll be in the living room. That's the extent of what they have to do. How many people have gone for a massage and just like, I wish I could just beam home. I wish I could just be home right now with this feeling. Why do I have to now travel, with traffic and blah, 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 all of that stuff. So there is a real benefit to the person receiving a massage that they just roll off the table and literally roll into bed or go and take a hot bath in their own bathtub. They don't have to worry about what they look like. They don't have to worry about their clothes, fashion. They don't have to worry about, the women don't have to worry about doing their makeup because they're going to the spa. But at home, there's none of that. They feel very comfortable just being au naturel, and that is a real benefit. Another benefit for a client to receive a mobile service is time. A 90-minute massage doesn't take them 2.5 hours because of the travel. It's 90 minutes, that's it. You then take on the responsibility of the travel. So you're gonna spend 2.5 hours doing a massage, not them. That time really is a real service, a real benefit to people who can afford that component. They don't want to leave their home anymore, not the way they used to. So we can provide for that. Another reason why mobile massage is so beneficial to them is in most cases, it's not that much more expensive than going to a spa. Because remember, when they go to a spa, they're paying you, but they're also paying 50% to the spa, and they're also paying the tax, and they're also paying the tip. Because if you're gonna go to a spa, you don't go and get a full body massage and not tip. It'll be unkindly looked at. So by the time, let's say it's $150 90-minute massage, they're still spending $250. Now, $250 is a number to receive that exact same service at home. But if you're doing the service, you get to keep the $250. You don't have to share it with anybody. It just takes a little more time. And it's worth it. As a therapist at the beginning, it's worth it. When you don't have a ton of clients, when your days are not filled, when you have only one massage that day and plenty of space to service others, mobile massage becomes a real benefit because it pumps up your numbers. Use whatever numbers that are locally reasonable for your massage calculations in your mind, but let's just pretend that a full body massage is $100. Okay, so that $100, you then get to add a little travel on both ends. So let's say you could charge $150 because it took you 20 minutes to get there and 20 minutes to get back home. On top of that, so right away you're earning $150 for 2 hours. So doing a few mobile massages really ends up paying off big time, because you get to offer them a service that they are willing to pay for. People would rather stay home and you do the driving than they have to do the driving and parking and worrying about tickets and blah, 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 blah. So there's a real benefit to working at home. The con to being mobile, which you're not going to have to worry about at the beginning at all. But a con to being mobile is that because you have all this travel time around your massages, you are technically limited in your massage time. If I know that my one full body massage takes 2 hours coming and going, that means in a day I can maybe only do 3, maybe 4 massages, and that would be an absolute max because there's all this travel and you're walking around with your table and everything else. It's tiring. But if you have your own space and people are coming to you, you could easily do 6 massages in a row. I mean, not easily. It's going to be physically good for you, physically challenging, and you make sure you work correctly, but you can do it. So your numbers get bumped up. You have to see which one is worth it. At the beginning, I always recommend being mobile because not everyone is going to ask. Not everybody wants mobile because not everyone wants strangers in their home. They also have to be comfortable with having you as a stranger come into their home, into their second bedroom, living room, basement, wherever it is that they want to have their massage, and you being in their space. Not everybody wants that, so you're going to always have people that are going to want to come to you if you have a location. If you're only mobile, that's not a problem either. I consider that to be an opportunity to try and work up to a higher class of person, not in a... When I say class, I'm not talking about a better or worse person. I'm simply talking about like upper class compared to middle class. Upper class will afford these perks, where middle class, some of them can and some of them cannot or will not. So when you move mobile, your price automatically jumps up because you need to include your travel time one way or another. You don't have to get paid a lot for it, but you do need to pay for it, especially if you're driving your own car, especially if you have to put gas and you have to pay for parking. All of those expenses should come into the cost of your massage. Don't keep them apart and don't think they're going to tip you, so that's going to pay for parking. No, include your parking cost inside. You can make different amounts for mobile massage. You can base it on the distance. You can base it on the circumstance. Do I have to pay for parking, or can I park in your driveway for free? That is something. Do I have to travel on the highway at rush hour and it's going to take me 45 minutes of just sitting on the highway driving? Or is it an 18-minute drive door to door? These are the questions you want to ask yourself, and that include in the price. And it's perfectly natural for you to charge more for every one of these things. In the case of mobile, you're going to act like an airport, right? You pay for your ticket, but you also pay for your bag, and you also pay for the snacks on board. Like, there's nothing that you offer inside mobile massage that's just free, okay? The only time that I would say that you can make a special deal with someone, and this does work very well to your benefit, the promotion within mobile massage is a package. So let's say one massage is $100 and you charge $50 for travel there and back. So, it's $150. Now you can easily say, if I can book 2 massages with you in a row at your home, or 3 massages in a row at your home, I won't charge you for travel. So you go there, you do 2 massages, you get $200 for those 2 massages, you don't charge them the extra $50. They feel like they've really won something. You're getting $200 for 2 massages, which is perfectly great. And the odds are, but you're not expecting it, the odds are they're going to tip you anyway. So you're probably going to get $220, $230, $240, maybe even $250 anyway. So see how you can feel that out. But just be very in the know that your time has value. Even your travel time has value. So don't let anything slip by as, oh, I'll just do this one thing for them. No, that's not how it works. If they want the service, they pay for the service. If they don't want to pay the extra $50, they'll come to you. And let them save that $50. And that's no problem. And you're also going to realize what type of client they are. So if there's someone that doesn't want to spend that $50, then you know that this is someone who's watching their money. They're not just throwing it around all willy-nilly. If they're watching their money, this is your opportunity to sell packages. This is your opportunity. If someone doesn't want to pay that extra $50, like if they're like, could you come to me? And you're like, sure, I can come to you, but it's going to be $50 more. And they're like, oh, it's okay, I'll come to you. Right away, when they come to you and they get the massage, you have to be like, listen, I have a 4-pack or a 3-pack or a 5-pack, whatever you have. It's a deal. You buy these many massages, you get this much off. It's totally worth it. Gets a free massage, gets a half massage for free. Whatever the number is you're saving for them, that's the client that's going to buy the package if they say no to the travel, which they're going to ask for. Because a lot of people would rather, who wouldn't rather just be at home and get a massage and then the person leaves? Everybody, a lot of people would like that, but not everyone's going to pay. So that's going to be your line. That's how you're going to be able to tell when you're charging for the travel who this client is. And another promotion you can do around the type of person that says, would you come to my house? And you say, yes, I'll charge you. Yes, but I have to charge you for it. And they're like, oh no, that's okay, I'll come to you. Another great thing is you say to them, hey, why don't you make a massage party? If you can have 4 massages booked at your house and you guys can all hang out and drink wine and eat cheese and do whatever you want to do, and I'll just massage 4 people in a row, I'll give you a free massage for hosting. So you'll do 5 massages in a row, like it'll be a day of massage, but you'll get paid for 4 massages, not at your space, not in your space. They will give up their space to get that free massage. So just realize who you're dealing with, okay? And there's always opportunity around every corner. Mobile massage seems to be a very quick growing component in the massage industry. More and more people want these services. More people are looking for massage. More people are looking for the privacy that comes with a massage at home. So you have a real opportunity. Now, if you have a space and you're being booked a lot, I would say that mobile eventually will take a back seat. Because again, you can only do 3 or 4 mobile massages in any one day with all the traveling and carrying of the massage table. But if you're at home and you're in high demand, or you're in your studio with high demand, you can definitely do 5, 6, 7 massages in one day, no problem. So you're going to look at the money and you're going to look at how hard you had to work to pull the table around, or you just welcome people to figure it out. But you don't start by saying no. Okay, you start by saying yes. All right, you're gonna get yourself out there, and at the beginning, if you're not busy and someone's like, would you come to my house? The only answer that should come out of your mouth is, yes, I will come to your house. Of course I'll come to your house, until you're too busy to do so. So be mobile. Even if you have a studio, be open to the idea of being available to the needs of your clients and not to your personal needs, okay? Don't make up all these weird barriers in your mind. I'm only gonna work Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 p.m. till 6 p.m. Why? Why would you do that? I understand if you have to pay rent in a space and you're only getting it for those hours, fine. But if you have your own studio space, if you have a second room in your home or any such place that you can work in this fashion, why would you stop yourself at all? If someone is only available Wednesday at 7 p.m. and you're available, say yes. Just do it. If you have no massages booked that day and someone's like, will you come to my house? And even if it's like a 45-minute travel away, say yes. Why would you say no? Why are you going to put all these weird parameters on that is going to stop you from making business? You need to be a yes person. I need to be a yes man. You need to be a yes whatever you want to call yourself, and just be available for your clients. You're trying to make a relationship with each client. You're not trying to be some box store, these are set hours of operation and you can only see me that. No, none of that matters. What matters is that you have monthly expenses and you have a monthly goal of how many massages you have to do, and you fill that goal each month. That's it. Sometimes people are going to book you and you're going to be like 3 days straight. You're going to be like, whoa, I'm so busy. Oh my God, I need a break from this. And other times you're just going to get booked and a couple of days later get booked. You don't know, but it doesn't matter. There's no stress day to day. There's just these monthly amounts that you have to do. And once you make your business plan and figure out what your hustle is, you're going to realize it's really not that big at all. Like, it's not that hard to fulfill your plan for your hustle. So just make that happen. If you have a vehicle, you have an opportunity to make more. If you have a vehicle and you can offer mobile massage, or you can borrow a vehicle to do mobile massage, another big pro of doing mobile massages, and again, this goes back to the quality of client you're looking for. Yes, those clients want to be serviced at home, and the odds are they're not really going to. If you have a mobile client and then all of a sudden you stop being mobile. So you've kept this mobile client for months, even into years, but now you're in a position where you don't want to do mobile anymore, you want to be stationary. The odds are that client actually isn't going to stay your client, because what they're after, not only are they after your hands and they love you very much, but they're after the service that they want. And the service they want is massage at home. Some will come to you, but they really won't. They might come a little bit, but then they're going to trail off. The benefit of the mobile massage people is this is a group of people that are willing to spend extra money for having the quality that they're looking for, which means when you gain referrals from those clients, you're gaining referrals to a higher quality or a more expensive client. So anybody that comes from your mobile list, your mobile group, are going to be top clients. They're going to pay premium. They might even pay your mobile fee and you don't have to be mobile. You just have to find the right people inside that group that are willing to come to you. Even though they're introduced to mobile, what they're introduced to is your price. So if you charge $150 a massage and you're going to that person's house, that person's going to recommend and say it's $150. You see? So you just get to start creating a higher a clientele that's willing to spend more money, and then that becomes your clientele, which is fantastic. So it's a real benefit to do mobile massage because you get to meet a higher quality of clientele, not just the ones that are coming to you or trying to make a deal. The people who get massages at home tend to not care as much about the price and care much more about the service and how you're going to make them feel, which I know is going to be fantastic. If you're a massage practitioner that is already working as a mobile therapist, the Massage Hustle is for you. Massage Hustle is going to give you all the right pieces to know how you should be working it, what you should be doing, all the pieces to the puzzle. It's definitely worth it. You can bump up your business almost immediately once you start hustling in this way. Click the link in the description. I'll see you on the inside.